ओके, सो बहुत सारे लोग मैं कंसिडर कर रही हूँ यहाँ पे फ्रेशर्स है, राइट? तो फ्रेशर्स के लिए तो ये वेबिनार एक बहुत बड़ा एकदम सोने का पिटारा होने वाला है, क्योंकि आज आपको एक ऐसा इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक प्रेजेंट होने वाला है आपके लिए कि इंटरव्यू पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से वो बहुत ज्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है। कि अगर वो एक स्किल जो आज हम लोग आपको यहाँ पे सिखाने वाले हैं, वो एक स्किल अगर आपके रेज्यूमे में दिख गया ना, तो इंटरव्यूअर के लिए वो एक, मतलब आप पहली प्रायोरिटी उनकी बन जाओगे। ठीक है, कि आपका रेज्यूमे पहले सिलेक्ट हो जाएगा उस एक स्किल के वजह से। और वो कौन सा स्किल है जो आपको आज वेबिनार में दिखने वाला है, ठीक है? तो उसके लिए अभी हम शुरुआत करते हैं। उससे पहले औरोबोरोस आपको क्या प्रोवाइड करने वाला है। तो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट 3 चीजें हैं जो औरोबोरोस आपको प्रोवाइड करने वाला है, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट। उसके भी अंडर सब बहुत सारे इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स हैं, लेकिन उससे पहले वो 3 ऐसे कौन से पॉइंट्स हैं जो औरोबोरोस आपको प्रोवाइड करने वाला है। तो पहला तो है 1-to-1 पर्सनल मेंटोरशिप। यहाँ पे हम लोग आपको सिर्फ कोर्सेस सिखाने नहीं वाले हैं, यहाँ पे हम लोग आपको 1-to-1 मेंटोरशिप भी देने वाले हैं। ठीक है, वो भी मेंटोरशिप आप एक्सपीरियंस लोगों से ही आपको प्रोवाइड की जाएगी। ठीक है, कि आपके किसी भी फील्ड के रिलेटेड हो, किसी भी कोर्सेज के रिलेटेड हो, किसी भी डोमेन के रिलेटेड हो। ठीक है, जो भी आपके प्रॉब्लम्स या फिर आपको कोई एरर्स आ रहे हैं, वो सारे 1-to-1 मेंटोरशिप के अंडर प्रोवाइड आपको, मतलब सोल्यूशन दिए जाएंगे उनके। ठीक है, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट सेकेंड वाला जो टॉपिक है वो है इंडस्ट्रियल एक्सपर्ट्स से आपको ट्रेनिंग प्रोवाइड की जाएगी। अब इसका मतलब है क्या? इंडस्ट्रियल एक्सपर्ट्स मतलब वो लोग जो अभी भी मतलब कंपनी के अंडर काम कर रहे हैं, उनको पता है कि कैसे वर्क होती है कंपनी, कौन से ऐसे इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स है जो इंटरव्यू में पूछे जाते हैं। ठीक है, तो वही इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स वो इंडस्ट्रियल एक्सपर्ट्स आपको सिखाने वाले हैं। ठीक है, और थर्ड जो पॉइंट है, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट और सबसे धमाकेदार होने वाला है, वो है एक सरप्राइज बॉक्स आपके लिए, जो एकदम लास्ट में खुलेगा। ठीक है, तो उसके लिए आपको लास्ट तक बने रहना है, क्योंकि वो सरप्राइज बॉक्स आपके लिए है, आपका बेनिफिट है उसमें। ठीक है, तो उससे पहले मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगी कि आप पेन और कॉपी लेकर बैठिए आज, क्योंकि आज का ये जो ट्रेनिंग सेशन है, इससे आपको बहुत सारे डाउट्स आ सकते हैं। ठीक है, आपके सामने जो कुछ भी आपका लैपटॉप है, कंप्यूटर है, वो भी लेकर बैठिए, ताकि आप साइड बाय साइड इम्प्लीमेंट करते जाओ और आपके जो कुछ भी डाउट्स है वह वही के वही सॉल्व हो जाए। ठीक है, तो इसी के साथ मैं बुलाना चाहूंगी ओंकार सोलट सर को, क्योंकि आज वो प्रेजेंट करने वाले हैं एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक इंटरव्यू पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से। सो ओंकार सर।
Hello,
Yes.
visible and audible.
Yes, you're audible. Great.
Yeah. Hello,
Okay.
guys. A warm welcome from me. I'm Omkar Solar. So, a bit introduction about me. So, I'm a cloud engineer. I work for Agile, a company that's PayPal, but I'm mostly into JavaScript, Python, and all the cloud development. And I regularly use DevOps and all the Agile methodology, software development tools. So, a bit insight about the industry that I'll be like a bigger brother for you. I'll there for you if you have any doubts, anything about the industry. There are a lot of things. Not only me, there are a lot of more people in there in Ouroboros community who are working for the industry in various tech giants, and they'll be really helpful for you all. So you guys have to give a little bit a promise that you will work hard with us. If you are ready to give like 100%, we promise we'll give you 1000% against that. So let's start this. So as you can see the screen, the topic for today is Git and GitHub. So a very basic question: how many of you have heard about Git or GitHub? You can uh, tell me in the chat section, or you can open your mics. Anybody from the freshers, especially?
Guys,
Have you ever heard? It's fine if you haven't heard it. Like if you're a complete fresher, just tell me yes or no. If no, that's fine. That's great actually. And even if it's yes, that's also really great. Also, till then, okay, I got a couple of answers, yes and no. Okay, so if yes, you might have used it in your projects, in your college projects, mini projects, or if you're working for some firm or company in your internships or jobs, there you might have used it. So I'll start raw. So I'll consider most of you don't know what Git is. So can I share my screen, Primraj? Can I take over?
Yeah, sure, Omkar sir.
Thank you, sir. Just let me know when my screen is visible.
It's visible, Omkar sir.
Yeah. So those who are viewing it from a mobile device, please confirm that you can see, like it's visible, it's clear. Because this might be a different aspect ratio. For laptops, that's fine, but for phones, if anyone of you is using a phone, please confirm that it's visible. Okay, so let me start. So as I told you, this is Omkar Solat in front of you. So very first question, if you have seen software development life cycle or what how a software is developed, uh, a very basic thing comes in front of us is DevOps. Okay, there are a lot of DevOps tools. So what is DevOps? Does anybody has an answer for this, or should I go for it? So I'll take it as a fresher's point of view. So what DevOps is, in development cycle, there are a lot of processes, or majorly like continuous integration, agile development, or CI/CD, or cloud configuration, and a lot more. So there are a lot of tools for that, and the tools really help us for making these processes easier. So these tools, which are used in the software development lifecycle, are called DevOps tools. There are a lot of them. You might have heard of Git, GitHub, Docker, Kubernetes, and a lot of them. But one of the most important tool is Git. So Git is an open source tool. We'll talk about it in a further time. But telling about Git is Git, almost every developer, a software developer or a software engineer uses Git primarily, like most of the time while developing software. So we'll start with what is version control system, or what is version control for the Mac. So while developing a software or while working on a project, developers have multiple versions of a software or a project. Whenever, for example, whenever you use an app, initially there's a starting version, like version one. Like after a point, there comes an update where they add some features, fix some bugs, or just change some things. Those are small minor changes. These changes are managed by versions. So having multiple versions of a particular project, uh, and maintaining that those versions is called version control. So you guys also have done it, but might be in a different way. What we do when we change something in some files or some project, or say I'll take a very common example. You have your resumes, right? So what you do, you take your resume and you create an initial resume, you name it something. After some time, if you do some course or have some certificate or have some experience in an internship, we'll add that, and you will save another file with some, like, changing some name. Say you'll name it resume 1 or resume 2. So that's basic versioning. That's what versioning is. But for a project, it takes to a whole another level. The reason for that is because we have a lot of files, and probably there might be a, like, more than one people working on the project. So for maintaining all this, we need a version control, which is a process to do exactly what you did with your resume, that updated it and changed some name so that you can track back, or you can get back to your original resume as well. So about version control system, what version control is that recording changes to the file or complete project, that is set of files, okay, over time. So how it used to be done, like earlier, we used to have a database in our local system. So you're working on a file, you'll maintain a database wherein you'll maintain all the versions of it. Okay, version 1, version 2, version 3, or say on a granular level, it will be version 1.1, version 1.2, 1.2. And for a major version upgrade, it will go for version 2. So that's called version controlling. We use a database. So a really bad practice is that what usually people do is they copy the folder for new versions and create a new folder, wasting a lot of space in your computer and naming it something different so that you can track back. A lot of people use dates, which is a bad practice. So you can use this version control to do all that. So that's about version control. Any questions till now? Good, guys. Okay. So let's go ahead. So version control, you understood that there's a database here, and a file, all the changes of the file are stored in these versions, version 1, version 2, version 3. Okay. So what can be done if there are multiple people working on the same project? As I told you, this version control database, it was in your local computer. So if there are a lot of people working on the same project, you need something that can be shared amongst all of this, and all the new versions should be available to everyone at that point of time when it is created. So here comes in centralized version control system, where you have a central shared repository, a storage server, which can be accessed by a, like, multiple developers, a lot of people. So, say in this case, developer A, B, and C can access the shared repository at the same time. So, whoever updates it, that will get updated in the shared common repository. And then anybody else can also access the new change things. That's all about centralized version control system. But there's a drawback here. Here, the system has a single point of failure. So what a single point of failure is? Anyone has any clue that what can fail in this system? What's the drawback of this system? Anybody?
It's like we have to wait for some other person, or it will be if it is we are merging this, it will be collide, right?
Yes, a very good point, Premraj sir. But that's not the case. That because as it is a shared repository, whenever anyone develops, you can also develop something, uh, like side by side, parallelly. So that's not an issue. The single point of failure in this case is the shared repository itself. If for any reason, if the shared repository corrupts or gets crashes, or it gets disconnected from the network in which all these are connected. So no one can access the data or the program or the project what they are working upon. This is the single point of failure in this system. So to overcome this, people came up with a new idea. The idea was distributed version control system. So what a distributed version control system is, there exists a central server, okay, which has the database and all the versions. But all the local servers, all the local computers, developer computers, also has the databases replicated from the server, and they can also communicate with each other. That's the very improvement, because even if server computer fails, crashes, or disconnects from the network, still each computer can access the database as it itself has everything, and they are all connected to each other. So if even if B, say in this case, A does some changes and B some does some other changes, still they're connected. So all the changes will be shared with each other. So this is called as distributed version control system. And this has no failure, because even if anything breaks down, say a developer computer, a server computer, a network, anything goes down, still the remaining parts will be working and functioning. That's the best part of distributed version control system. So anybody has doubt till now, or anything, any inputs? So I'll take it as a no. So this was about distributed version control system, and Git uses distributed version control system. So we saw two important concepts, that was version control, how version control is done in a computer, and how version control system is used for a team of developers, or a team which is working for an organization. So distributed version control system is used in that case. Everybody with me? I want some yeses that you're listening. Please don't sleep. I know it's a Sunday. Yeah. Thanks, Abhishek, Vignesh, Sudhanshu, and other guys are also. Cool. So here we introduced Git. So as I told you, Git uses distributed version control system. This is the system which is backed for Git. So we'll see a little bit of history, a quick recap how Git was created. So everybody knows Linux. Linux is an open source operating system. So it is millions of lines of codes. Million Millions of lines of codes is huge, and worldwide there are a lot of developers developing Linux. Every minute there are code which is uploaded for the kernel of Linux. So it's a huge project. So for maintaining Linux before 2005, they used a version control system known as BitKeeper. So BitKeeper was free for Linux before that, but during this time, BitKeeper started, like, changed policy with Linux. They started, or they changed their open source policy for Linux, and they started taking money for that. So Linux is an open source platform, so they cannot pay someone in a huge quantity. So Linus Torvald, creator of Linux, decided to create them their own version control system, and also they decided to remove all the drawbacks that BitKeeper had. So hence Git was introduced. So Git was initially made only for Linux, but after some time, they opened Git for all the public. They made it open source. The benefit of Git is it is really fast. It is really fast that very big projects can be used. It is really simple in using as well as understanding its architecture. It's very easily built. It can handle a large scale of projects. It can handle parallel pipelines that a lot of different developers can work on different features of the same project, and a lot more things. So this is Git for you. This is very important because you go for any type of development, software development, web development, mobile development, any development, you'll use a version control system, and most probably it will relate it to Git. That's the most popular version control system right now. So what industry does, it modifies this Git functionality a little bit according to them. So they in the background they majorly use Git, but some industries they'll use their own scripts for Git. That they'll have their own things in the front end for developers that will use Git in the back end. So Git is very primary. So we'll understand how Git works, or let's see what the flow is. How do you use Git? Okay. So what happens is you create a file, say abc.xy, and this file you created, you write or you complete your program, lines of codes in it. Okay, so that's one file. So you will save it in your computer. You will have multiple files like this. So basically, it is called a package or a project. A project is called a package when it has a lot of related files working for the same aim or same uh, ultimate goal. So that's a package. You create a package, multiple programming files, and you save it. Now it's executable. Now you have a new feature or a simple function is added to it. Say you add a new function which helps or which enhances a new feature. So this is something new you have created, which you have added. So many version control systems, what they do is they'll have file one or your abc.xy. This was the initial file, and this was version one, the initial version. For version two, that is this change you have added, they'll just store the changes. That is, say delta abc. So what will happen while constructing your file back for version 2, they'll have to merge all the changes with the original file to get the complete new file. So in this case, this is efficient because it don't have to save everything like the whole file over again, just the changes. Even if some say there's a delete, you remove a function in version 2 and add a new one. So it will just save that this has been removed, that this portion was removed and this has been added. This will be written in this change. So they save changes, or those are called as differences. So this is called as difference based version control system. We'll try to understand with a diagram so everyone can see this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So in a difference based version control system, say in this example, we have three files. Okay. So in this files, we have some changes that for version 2, we change file A and file C. We add or remove some code. So we have now two changed files. For accessing version 2, it will combine these two, the original file plus the changes, as well as for file C, it will combine the original file plus the changes to get the files for version 2. Okay, so file B will be acquired from here, file A will be the combination of this, and file C will be the combination of this. This is how we get version 2. Okay, now we again have some changes in file C. We add some more functionality, so a new change is created. So in version 3, what will happen? It will combine all these three things, that the original file, the change 1, change 2. Whereas version 3 will acquire file A from the combination of file A and delta 1, and the file B will be as it is here. So this is a long process where for acquiring or for accessing the version, they have to combine all the changes as well as the original file and then compile the final product of the project. Okay, so this was a problem and it was overcome using snapshot based file system or snapshot based version control system. What happens here is a very simple, like version 1 is similar, that you create three files. Okay, all these three files are the all these three files are your initial version, what you created very initial stages. For the version 2, when you have changes in your files, say file 1 has some changes, file C like has some changes, but file B is as it is. So they will create a snapshot. Snapshot is everything you'll get in the version itself. You don't have to trace back to achieve the previous files to combine in like it was in difference based system. So snapshot has everything in the version itself, and also it occupies a lot less space or storage, which helps. Hence, it is faster. It is space saving, and it is easier to understand also. So this is version 2. Again for version 3, if you have again changes in C file, similarly as we saw in difference-based file system, so you'll have all the complete version, the complete product in version 3 itself. You don't have to trace back. You'll directly get your files here. So Git uses the snapshot-based version. You can go back to any version in any point of time. So once you have created a version and finalized it, there's like no way you can lost it. Like it can be lost. There's no way. Okay, whichever version you are currently, you can trace back and access any version. So you have everything saved with a very like what we can say, a very less space acquired for all this. So this is snapshot based and Git uses this. Okay, so for now we'll have a small recap. It uses two major things we understood till now. For its working, it uses snapshot based version control system, and it uses distributed version control system for so that everyone can access it at any point of time. Any doubts till now? Anybody has any doubts or any inputs?
हेलो सर।
Yeah, yes, Abhishek.
सर मीन्स हम स्नैपशॉट में कौन से भी वर्जन के लिए जा सकते हैं, तो डिफरेंस में भी जा सकते हैं क्या वैसा?
यस यस, डिफरेंस में भी जा सकता है, और डिफरेंस में इशू क्या होता है, इट इज अ बिट स्लोअर, और डिफरेंस में कुछ ज़्यादा टाइम लग जाता है एक्सेस करने में, क्योंकि अगर तुम मेरी स्क्रीन देख रहे हो तो से यू आर ऑन वर्जन 4 करंटली, अभी तुम्हारे पास लेटेस्ट वर्जन इज वर्जन 4. सो इफ यू वांट टू गो बैक टू वर्जन 3, so you have constructed these files. File A was constructed using file A, delta 1 and delta 2. अब अगर तुम्हें वर्जन 2 पे वापस जाना है, तो instead of this change, you have to again construct the file. It's file A and delta 1, file B, and file C and delta 1 for file C. So this is how version 2 will be created. तो ये बनाना पड़े। वेयर स्नैपशॉट बेस्ड में अगर आप वर्जन 4 पे हो, आपके पास पूरा स्नैपशॉट है, यू कैन एक्सेस योर वर्जन यार, यू कैन गो back to version 2 and access the version there directly. You don't have to construct any files. I mean, by the way, you don't construct here. The system does it for you, but it is a bit slower to do all this task in the back end. So this is much faster. Did I answer your question, Abhishek, or you have something else?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Anyone else? और एक बात, लाइक गिट इज समथिंग जो आप एक बार डेवलपमेंट चालू कर दो तो आप बहुत यूज करोगे, लाइक वेरी रेगुलरली, लाइक एवरी डे यू कैन से। जब आप एनरोल करोगे फॉर ओरोपस, वी हैव अ लॉट ऑफ प्रोजेक्ट, सो प्रोजेक्ट्स में काम करते हुए बहुत ज़्यादा यूज़ होता है गेट टू फॉर वर्जनिंग, और प्रैक्टिस के लिए भी फॉर ऑल योर प्रोजेक्ट और कोड प्रैक्टिस वी स्टिल यूज गेट एंड गेटअप। व्हाट इज गेटअप हम आगे जाके सीख लेंगे, अभी के लिए हम गेट देख रहे हैं। बट प्रीवियस बैचेस यूज्ड गेट अ लॉट, everything was done using git, all the projects, all the coding, it was stored on git. So that's something everyone will use. Any doubts? Anybody? Any doubts you have, not only on Git, even if anything else, you can ask me just after this portion. We'll finish this quickly after some time. And also you can ask on our forum, on community forum or any social media platform. So we present everywhere. You might have got all the links already in your email, or if not, you'll get it after the session. So you can connect with uh, anyone that's connected with Ouroboros before. So you can connect with Premraj sir or Shweta ma'am or Rohan, Abhishek, and there you'll get a list of guys where you can connect or ask your doubts. They'll definitely help you out with your doubts. It might be anything related to your career, or say projects, or any technical, non-technical, any doubt, you can reach out to us. Yeah, coming back to the topic, everyone understood what snapshots is? Okay, I got a yes, but should I expect more yeses? Okay, thank you, I'll take this. So going to next thing, we'll understand what you see while using Git. Okay, so we'll do this practically also, but for today, I think it's a Sunday and I don't want you to get bored on Git. So a little introduction about Git is enough for today, but we'll do this on a hands-on session. We'll get a next date in further section. So for now, how Git works. So you create a file, like say a couple of files. I'll name this as ABD, again, a very generic. So this file is created, it has some code. Similarly, you add some new code. So your project will have a folder in your file systems. So normal file system. So that folder, your project folder, is always called as working directory. So this is where you create all your project folders and files related to your project. So your project folder is called as working directory. Please understand this. Your working directory is something you create raw files. Then the versioning will be done using Git, right? So you'll tell Git that these files are to be considered in my project. These are something, those are really important files for me, and I don't want them to be deleted. I want to track each and every change done to them. This will be tell, this will you tell to Git. This will be told to the Git. So what Git will do, Git will change like these files, take these files from working directory and take them to staging area. So staging area is somewhere where Git knows that you are working on these files. Okay, that's called staging area. The last part where it goes is after all the changes are done, after you save the file, you like you go and tell Git that these are the files which are finalized. Okay, so they go to committed state, or which is called as the area where they go is called as a repository. Repository is where the finalized files go. This is in developers language, this is also called as repo. Okay, in short. So these are the three stages where file goes. So along with these stages, the file will be called with certain names, will be recognized with certain names. We'll understand those. So while the file is in working directory, it will be called as untracked. Okay. While it is in staging area, that is we tell we have now the file is known by Git. Git knows that this file I have to take care of this. So it will be called as staged file. Okay. And once it is finalized, all the changes have been done, the file will be called as commit. Okay, everyone with me? So we'll see how files move from these various stages of development. So this is working directory where the files are created, where you create the files. Okay, where raw files are created, and those are called as. Any answer? What are the files called in the working directory? I just told a minute ago. You can
Untracked.
check. Yeah. Yes, Abhishek, it is untracked. So untracked files are created in working directory. Okay. So untracked files after stage fixes or after telling it, that's called staging, that process. So after staging is gone to staging area. Okay. Here you will get staged files. Once the files are staged, we commit them. That is, we finalize those, that this is the final, it works, the project works, there are no more bugs. So we'll commit that. And once the file is committed, it will be in repository. Okay, it will be in the repo. So what happens here is like there are three stages, but you'll imagine it that it will have three different folders, or three, it will acquire three different storage spaces, but that is not the case. There's only one one storage space where everything is saved. Like working directory is the same, staging area is the same, git repository is the same. Just the matter that there will be git tool installed which will track all the files, whether it is in the working directory, staging area, or the repository. Okay, so it will not take a lot of space. It will take the exactly the space a project will require for one, let's say the space required for the working directory, but it will efficiently store everything in different formats, like whether it is a staged file, whether it is a committed file, or whether it is an untracked files. Okay, So now understand one thing: once a file is in repository, okay, it forms a version or it is finalized, it is committed. So there's no way you can get rid of that file. Okay, if you want to delete it voluntarily, like you want it to be deleted, then it can be deleted. But in by any point of time, you can again go back and access that file. Okay, it is never lost. Once a file is in commit or in the repository, no matter what happens, you can always access that file. Okay, so all these changes, everything that I was telling about Git, everything is in your local computer. Okay, everything is in the Git directory of your local computer. So there's a one more stage here after this, after local computer. So what is it? I'll add a new page. Yeah. So we started with working directory. Then we moved to staged area, like staging area. Then after that, the flow was we moved to commit. Okay, that is called as repo. After we've committed the files, we push them. This process is called as push them to the cloud. Okay, in your case, it will be GitHub. Okay, it has all many more alternatives, but mostly people use GitHub. It is an open source cloud platform for Git. So Git is something. Git is a tool which is used in your computer, and for storing everything in on the cloud, you'll use GitHub. Industry have their own server, storage servers. Every company or every organization will have their own storage servers for this if they want it to be at their own premises or on their own. You can say, for your example, for your understanding, say they on their own hard disk. But people also opt in for GitHub. A lot of people use GitHub. You'll also use GitHub. That is a platform where you can visit. I'll share a link of GitHub. Just give me a minute. Please open a GitHub account. That will be really helpful for you. So this is GitHub. So I'll create a flow chart. What actually happens? We'll try to understand what happens. So initially we have untracked files, right? We'll stage them. Those will be in the repo that is committed. Now we saw that we push them to the cloud. Okay, so push is the process that is to the cloud. Tell me, once the file is here in the repo, like it's a finalized file. Okay, it has no bugs. It's created a version. But now, if I change something in it, so what will happen? Any guesses for this? If I change something in a committed file, what will happen? Here I'm doing some changes after the file is in being the repo. Anyone?
It will be on track.
Yeah, very good. So that's a very good answer, Abhishek. So the file will be again untracked, but it will not be called as untracked. It will go to the working directory. So it is working directory. Okay, it will go to the working directory, you're right, but it will not be untracked. It will called as modified. Okay, so this is a state of file which is called modified. So what happens, as we saw, there are three stages: working directory, staging area, and repo. I'll delete repo from here. It will be committed. And the cloud. Okay, these are the four. This is the first one, cloud. So whenever a file is changed from committed state, it is called as modified. Because if you remember, untracked files were introduced to Git, and then those were changed to staged, right? So now, if you change something in the committed file here, Git already knows about the file. The file has been introduced to Git. So it will not call as untracked. It is being tracked. It will be called as modified. It is a tracked file. It will be called as modified, but it will be in the working directory. So that's the flow for Git. This is how files transfer from here, from all the stages. If any questions, please let me know. This is all about Git. For now, I think this is enough. We'll have a hands-on. We'll see how files, how can we view all these files as untracked, staged, committed, pushed, or modified as well. In the next section, you'll get to know about the next section. In the next section, like I mean, where the next session is, someone from the team will let you know. I'll hand over to someone, but before that, just thank you from my side. Thank you for attending. And there's a list of further topics. We'll understand how to install Git, what are Git commands, what is versioning, how is it done. We'll understand all the stages. Was branching, was merging. These are further topics. We'll have our GitHub account. We'll push code to GitHub. We'll pull code from GitHub things, and we'll also try. We'll also do this, obviously, that we'll work on a project combinedly. Like everyone will work on the same project. That will be done while we'll be doing a project. We have a lot of projects in the queue, and then we'll go for the advanced Git, where you'll gain some hands-on masters and Git. So that's really important. For all this, you'll need some basics of Linux commands, which will be covered in your further sessions. So once we get to know about Linux commands and more about Linux, we'll continue with these topics once you enroll. So that's from my side. This is Omkar. Please let me know if you have any questions. If you have any questions later on after the session, you can post it on social media platforms. Now I'll hand over to Premraj. So Premraj sir, please take over the screen.
Yeah,
Anybody
yeah.
has any doubts, please go on in the chats, or you can let us know on the social media platforms.
Thank you so much, Omkar sir, for giving such a wonderful session on Gate. Can you please confirm that you are going to teach hands-on also, right?
Yes, Premraj sir. I'll also be teaching hands-on.
Okay. It is after Linux session, right?
Yes, yes. Once will all of us have a good understanding of Linux. I don't know till what level these guys have understanding of Linux and Linux commands. So once we start with that, we'll get to know, and then we'll conduct the hands-on sessions as well. Because this is gonna be needed while we will be doing the projects. It will be used every day.
Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. So, guys, for before going further, मुझे एक पूछना था लाइक आपने अभी सेशन देखा उसका वो आपको पूरा प्रॉपर समझ में आया फिर आपको कुछ डाउट है guides. Okay, so अगर आपको कोई क्वेश्चन है या फिर कोई कुछ डाउट्स है रिलेटेड टू गिट और एनी अदर थिंग्स, यहाँ मैंने हम अभिषेक ने यहाँ पे हमारे बहुत सारे सोशल मीडिया के लिंक्स डाले, लाइक यू कैन रीच आउट टू अस ऑन वेबसाइट, इंस्टाग्राम, यूट्यूब और लिंक्डइन. और Abhishek, sir, can you please put Discord server link also? Discord community link, so that they can drop their questions over there also. Okay. Okay. So before going to declare the dates of linear sessions and the Azure session and the hands-on about Gate, I want to explain some curriculum activities regarding our courses. So yeah, what is Ouroboros actually? Anyone knows what is Ouroboros and why we are here? Like why we exist actually? Anyone? Okay. Anyone knows before us? Miss, anyone enroll before this session with us? Okay. So what why Ouroboros exist? Because you know, मीन्स जब हम कॉलेज में होते हैं तो कॉलेज में बहुत सारे बच्चों को प्रॉपर गाइडेंस नहीं मिलती है, तो प्रॉपर गाइडेंस ना मिलने की वजह से वो उनका ग्रोथ नहीं हो पाता है, तो जहाँ पे वो डिजर्व करते हैं एक्चुअल में वो वहाँ पे नहीं पहुंच पाते, और कुछ आईटी सेक्टर सर्विस इंडस्ट्री में या फिर कुछ अलग डोमेन्स पे वो काम करते रहते हैं.
Rimraj sir, you're mute.
यस उनका सर, एक्चुअली बैकग्राउंड में कुछ नॉइज था इसलिए सॉरी. सो मैं नहीं चाहता कि मतलब जो बाकी लोगों के साथ, मतलब जनरल लोगों के साथ होता है कि हाँ कॉलेज के टाइम पे कुछ प्रॉपर सीनियर नहीं मिलते या फिर टीचर्स भी मिलते हैं, तो रेयरली ऐसे टीचर होते हैं जो हमसे ऐसे फ्रेंडली इंटरेक्ट करके हमें पूरा गाइडेंस प्रोवाइड करते हैं. सो नहीं हो पाता है क्योंकि बच्चे भी बहुत सारे ऐसे होते हैं कि हाँ भाई टीचर से क्या बात करना है, टीचर्स बोलेंगे पढ़ाई करो, ये करो वो करो, तो बच्चे वहाँ पे जाते नहीं है और उनको गाइडेंस मिल नहीं पाता है. सीनियर्स भी ऐसे होते हैं कि भाई मुझे अभी काम में प्रोजेक्ट करना है, ये करना है वो करना है, तो टाइम नहीं है, तो नहीं बताते कुछ. तो ऐसे बहुत सारा होता है, और कुछ ऐसा कि उनको खुद को नहीं पता होता है क्योंकि वो भी आपकी जैसे आपके ही फेस में होते हैं. सो बहुत सारे ऐसे कंडीशंस होते हैं जहाँ पे हमें गाइडेंस नहीं मिल पाता है. सो दैट्स व्हाई वी एग्जिस्ट. मुझे नहीं मैं ये चाहता हूँ कि लाइक बच्चों को प्रॉपर टाइम पे प्रॉपर गाइडेंस मिले एंड वो प्रॉपर तरीके से उनके करियर में ग्रोथ कर पाए. लाइक जब हम इंडस्ट्री में जाते हैं, इंडस्ट्री में ऐसे बहुत सारे टाइम पे होता है कि हाँ हमारा इंटरेस्ट कुछ अलग जगह पे है, कंपनी में हम जाते हैं जॉब करते हैं, तो जैसे कंपनी हमें बताती है वैसे हमें करना पड़ता है. लेकिन अगर हाँ आपको अगर कुछ स्पेशल काम करना है, किसी को साइबर सिक्योरिटी में जाना होता है, किसी को वेब एप्लीकेशन में जाना होता है, किसी को सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर बनना होता है, किसी को जैसे हम कर सारे क्लाउड के में, किसी को क्लाउड में काम करना होता है, तो स्पेसिफिक डोमेन में हमें जाना है, तो उसके लिए उतना स्ट्रगल भी करना पड़ता है, उसके लिए प्रॉपर गाइडेंस भी चाहिए, सो दैट यू कैन track your path and achieve your goal. Okay, so that's why we exist, and we are here to provide you some trainings from some guidance, and by that you can it will be it will be much more helpful for to get a job in your particular respected domain and in your dream company also. So let's see some key points, that is yeah, we provide job oriented trainings, and we also provide some hands-on live project. Okay, मतलब प्रोजेक्ट तो सभी करते हैं, लेकिन कंपनी में क्या कैसे हम जो प्रोजेक्ट करते हैं वो उसका तरीका अलग होता है, वो अलग स्ट्रेटेजीज हम लेते हैं, लेकिन कंपनी में जब जाते हैं तो प्रॉपर फॉलो होता है, प्रॉपर स्ट्रेटेजी होती है, उसके हिसाब से क्या काम कैसे करना है, एंड वहाँ पे कोड कैसे करना है, कैसे नहीं करना है, किन चीज़ों को अवॉइड करना है, किन चीज़ों को फॉलो करना है, ये सब हमें नहीं पता है, तो वो उसका उसके लिए हम गाइड करेंगे, उसका वो सब प्रैक्टिस हम आपसे करके लेंगे। यहाँ पे हमारे जो भी इंस्ट्रक्टर्स है, जो भी लीडर्स है, मेंटर्स है, सब इंडस्ट्री के है। सो यू विल get proper guidance from them because they are working professionally in industry right now. And also there are some rewards and recognition for your performance and much more you can means जब आप यहाँ पे आओगे सब ऐसे नहीं होगा कि लाइक हाँ हम सिखा रहे हैं आप सीख रहे हो, that's not the thing। यहाँ पे बहुत सारा है, बहुत सारी चीजें जो आप कर सकते हो, आपको बहुत अच्छा लगेगा। लाइक यहाँ पे आप सम छोटे छोटे चैलेंजेस होते हैं जो आपको कंप्लीट करेंगे तो आपको रिवॉर्ड्स मिलेंगे। आप यहाँ पे एनरोल करेंगे तो आपको एक जैसे कंपनी में प्रॉपर वेलकम किट मिलता है, वैसे यहाँ पे हम गुडीज देंगे जो बहुत सारे आपको अच्छी लगेगी। एंड ऐसे बहुत सारे रिवॉर्ड्स है, रिकग्निशन आप एप्रिसिएशन आपको मिलते रहेंगे। एंड देन हमारा जो 365 डेज का प्रॉपर कम्युनिटी सपोर्ट है, लाइक वी हैव कम्युनिटी सर्वर ऑन डिस्कॉर्ड। सो इफ यू ड्रॉप अ क्वेश्चन in that server, no, then anyone who is online, you will get a reply for that particular thing. Definitely, that's my guarantee, that's my assurance, that anytime whenever you drop a one question, no, you will get a reply। okay, and कोई भी क्वेश्चन ऐसा हो जो आपको प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है, जो वहां पे आप पुट कर सके, आपको वहां पे हेल्प मिल जाएगा। दैट्स माय एश्योरेंस। and there are some perks which we provide, that is welcome gift, rewarding challenges, live projects है हमारे पास। हम जैसे कि अभी प्रोजेक्ट तो किया है, लेकिन प्रोजेक्ट को दिखाएंगे कैसे। बहुत सारे बच्चों को ये प्रॉब्लम होता है कि लाइक भैया हमने प्रोजेक्ट किया है लेकिन हम दिखाए कैसे, तो हम उनको पता नहीं होता कि प्रोजेक्ट कैसे दिखाना है, प्रेजेंट कैसे करना है। तो उसके लिए हमें पहले डिप्लॉय करना पड़ता है, लाइक किसी सर्वर पे हमें डिप्लॉय करना पड़ता है, वो डेमो हमें दिखाना पड़ता है, ना कि पीपीटी प्रेजेंटेशन और कोड। सो वो सब चीजें भी हम आपको बताएंगे। वो प्लेटफॉर्म भी आपको फ्री में प्रोवाइड करेंगे। लाइक दैट इज ओंकार सर ने पहले तो बताया कि लाइक हाँ हमारे पास मेंटरशिप है, तो लाइफ टाइम आपने एक बार एनरोल कर लिया तो लाइफ टाइम आपको जैसे भी जितना भी गाइडेंस है हम आपको फ्री में प्रोवाइड करेंगे प्रॉपर। and no one will charge for that। we have some placement supports, like we have much more community। so community से हम रेफरल, हमारे पास बहुत सारे रेफरल्स है, यहाँ पे हमारे पास बहुत सारे इंडस्ट्री पीपल कनेक्टेड है। सो हम वहाँ से आपको चांसेस दे सकते हैं इंटरव्यू के लिए। हमारे बहुत सारे टाइप्स है, बहुत सारे कंपनी के साथ टाइप्स है, तो हम आपको वहाँ से भी प्लेसमेंट सपोर्ट प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं, इंटर्नशिप प्रोवाइड कर सकते हैं। इंटर्नशिप के लिए भी कॉल्स प्रोवाइड करने वाले हैं। सो we have one proper course, that is we called it as a cornerstone course module, cornerstone course। so first 20 milestone, ये सेंटेंस से आपको पता चल ही गया कि लाइक it is a transfer version of from basic to advanced, like that kind of thing you can imagine। okay, so what is in that, we have some models which we are covering in the cornerstone course। okay, so there are various models like linux है, linux में हम सब आपका proper जो भी है रिक्वायर्ड वो सब चीजें हम आपसे करवा के लेंगे, पूरा प्रैक्टिस के साथ, पूरा हैंड्स ऑन एंड ऑल द शेल स्क्रिप्टिंग, इंस्टॉलेशन, ऑल द थिंग्स लाइक गिटहब जो है वो भी आपने तो अभी इंट्रोडक्शन का पार्ट मतलब सीख लिया है ओंकार सर से। एंड उसके बाद में ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग है। मतलब इंडस्ट्री में ये सब चीजें अगर आपको पता नहीं है तो यू कांट सर्वाइव इन द कंप्यूटर इंडस्ट्री। ओके, yeah, maybe you are aware of that। if you're going to software engineer or if you want to full stack developer, then you should know all the things। like after that फिर डेटा स्ट्रक्चर है, बहुत सारे डेटा स्ट्रक्चर्स है, मैंने यहाँ पे कुछ लिस्ट आउट किए हैं। फिर हमारे पास ऐसे कुछ जो चैलेंज होते हैं, उस वन ऑफ द चैलेंजेस 100 डेज ऑफ कोड चैलेंज। अगर ये कोई चैलेंज अगर कोई पर्सन प्रॉपरली कंप्लीट करता है तो उसको बहुत एक बड़ा वाला एप्रिसिएशन गिफ्ट मिलता है, बहुत सारे अपॉर्चुनिटी हम उसके लिए ओपन करते हैं। एंड there are various things I can't put it in the words, you can just okay, I don't have words। so नेक्स्ट इज कंप्यूटर ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम। आपको जो अगर प्रोग्रामिंग करना है तो ऑब्वियसली अगर आपको स्ट्रक्चर, उसका बैकग्राउंड स्ट्रक्चर ही नहीं पता होगा तो आप कोडिंग करके क्या फ़ायदा, मतलब नहीं हो पाएगा। तो उसके लिए ये भी एक ज़रूरी है, तो मैं यहाँ पे एक मॉडल है। देन उसके बाद में ठीक है, अभी हमने प्रोजेक्ट डेवलप कर लिया, सब कर लिया, लेकिन अब अगर हम डेटा कैसे स्टोर करेंगे? सो डेटा स्टोरेज के लिए डेटाबेस लगता है, सो हम डेटाबेस का ट्रेडिंग प्रोवाइड करेंगे। उसके बाद में उसको डिप्लॉय भी करना है, उसको लोगों को दिखाना भी है, लोगों को बोलना है कि हाँ भाई यूज़ करो ये, हमने ऐसा एप्लीकेशन बनाया है। तो उसके लिए नेटवर्किंग कंसेप्ट भी पता होना चाहिए, सो दैट वी नो द थिंग्स एंड वी कैन डिप्लॉय द प्रोजेक्ट एंड वी कैन मेंटेन द थिंग्स। सो हम कंप्यूटर नेटवर्क के कंसेप्ट जो है वो भी हम आपको बताएंगे। उसके बाद में जो इसका जो प्रॉपर फ्लो है, लाइक एसडीएलसी, सॉफ्टवेयर डेवलपमेंट लाइफ साइकिल हम जिसको बोलते हैं, तो वो उसमें बहुत सारे मॉडल्स है। वाटरफॉल मॉडल है, अजाइल मॉडल है, डेवऑप्स मॉडल है। सो उसके वो कैसे यूज करते हैं, वो कैसे वर्क होता है इंडस्ट्री में कैसे कंपनी में कैसे यूज होता है, वो उस तरीके से हम सब चीजें आपको बताएंगे इसमें। एंड लास्ट बट नॉट द थिंग इज वी आल्सो प्रोवाइड सम, लाइक ऐसा कोई नहीं होता है कि हाँ सब एक बैच में सबको एक ही जगह पे जाना है। लाइक सबको ऐसा नहीं होता कि हाँ मुझे वेब डेवलपमेंट में जाना है, या फिर कुछ बोलते हैं कि मुझे डेटा साइंस में जाना है। सो उसके लिए हम सब डोमेन्स का आपको इंट्रोडक्शन देते हैं, उसको सब गाइडलाइंस प्रोवाइड करते हैं, उसके लिए आपको हेल्प करते हैं अगर उसमें उस पर। Hello, am I audible?
Yes, Premraj, you're audible.
Sorry, there is a power cut in my area, so I got disconnected for some time. Okay. All of you can see the screen? Just confirm me once. Shweta, Onkar?
Yes, it's visible.
Okay. So this is about domain things, and अभी ये सब हमने सीख लिया कि लाइक इंडस्ट्री में कैसे काम किया जाता है, कौन कौन से डोमेन है जिसमें हम काम कर सकते हैं, कैसे काम करना है, क्या क्या काम होता है, ये सब तो हमने सीख लिया। लेकिन अगर इसके बाद में अब अभी हमको जाना है इंडस्ट्री में। सो इंडस्ट्री में हम जाएंगे तो वहाँ पे पहला स्टेप होता है कि हाँ भाई, अब वो कंपनी कहते हैं कि हाँ हमारे पास आना है, तो यू हैव टू गिव सम पर्टिकुलर टेस्ट एंड गो थ्रू सम पर्टिकुलर इंटरव्यू, देन and if you perform well, then we will hire you, then and we will give you some projects to work. Okay, so वहाँ पे अगर मतलब हमने सब पूरा प्रिपरेशन कर लिया, लेकिन हमें इंटरव्यू कैसे क्रैक करना है यही नहीं पता होगा, तो मतलब क्या ही सीखा हमने, फिर इतना सब सीख के क्या ही फायदा हो गया हमारा। ओके, एक बहुत सारा फायदा, ऐसा नहीं है कि कुछ फायदा नहीं हो। यू कैन डू फ्रीलांसिंग वर्क, you can support work for freelancing, but सबको नहीं होता है कि हाँ भाई, सबको नहीं आता है फ्रीलांसिंग का। मतलब बहुत सारे लोग ऐसा कि नहीं भाई मुझे जॉब ही करना है, सो जॉब के लिए इंटरव्यू लगेगा। सो हम आपको हम बताएंगे, हम गाइड करेंगे, हम आपको रिज्यूमे बना के देंगे, रेफरल क्रिएट करेंगे। जैसे मैंने पहले कहा, बहुत बड़ा कम्युनिटी है, बहुत सारे टैब्स है, सो हम रेफरल क्रिएट करेंगे आपके जॉब के लिए। प्रैक्टिस हम आपके इंटरव्यू के लिए मॉक इंटरव्यूज रखेंगे, सो दैट यू कैन टैकल ऑल द क्वेश्चंस ऑन इन द प्रॉपर रियल इंटरव्यू, राइट? Yes. And for practicing the things and all the experiences, like we have some projects with us, like सब मिनी प्रोजेक्ट्स होंगे, या फिर कुछ बड़े बड़े प्रोजेक्ट्स होंगे जो हम आपसे करके देंगे। सो आई हाइलाइटेड वन ऑफ देम इज one of the technology, that is Python and Django. Okay, so this is about our cornerstone course. या ऐसा कोई ये नहीं है कि आपको यही कोर्स में एनरोल करना है, आपको मतलब ये सब चीज़ें इंडिविजुअल भी एनरोल कर सकते हैं। पर्टिकुलर लाइक आप सिर्फ लिनक्स के लिए एनरोल कर सकते हैं, गिटहब के लिए, ऐसा अलग अलग चीज़ के लिए आप एनरोल कर सकते हैं। नॉट कंपलसरी कि आप होल कोर्स ही लो। Apart from that, we have some other courses like C है, C++ है, Core, Java, Python, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, Django, MySQL, MongoDB, PostgreSQL. अगर आप नए हैं इंडस्ट्री में तो आपको मैं बताना चाहूँगा कि लाइक वो आप कहीं पे भी जाओ तो आपको ये सब चीज़ें लगने ही वाली, लाइक जो भी हमने कॉर्नरस्टोन पे देखा वो सब चीज़ें एंड ये सब लैंग्वेज है, इसमें कोई भी एक लैंग्वेज आपको लगने ही वाली है, सो इट इज़ बेटर टू लर्न फ्रॉम एंड स्टार्ट फ्रॉम नाउ ओनली. ओके, एंड देयर आर सम ओपन सोर्स टेक्नोलॉजीज लाइक MongoDB है, PostgreSQL है, Python है, so these are some open source technologies which we should learn. And now, so time is coming for like anyone have question right till this? Hello, anyone please?
Hello, Prevraj.
Yeah.
Yes, I think you should open the surprise box now for the remaining students.
Yes. Actually, yeah, and we have some surprise like for you, that is internship. Okay, so if you join us, no, I will get that I will give you assurance that you will get some internship opportunity in various companies. Opportunity to work in that company, work on the live projects, so that you can get some experience before going in proper industry. ऐसा नहीं होगा लेकिन क्योंकि क्या होता है ना कि लाइक बहुत सारे लोगों को ऐसा होता है कि लाइक हाँ, यहाँ पे हमने सीख लिया, अभी हमें बहुत सारा आता है, हमने प्रोजेक्ट किया है, हमें डायरेक्टली अभी इंटरव्यू देना है और कंपनी में जाना है. तो जब कंपनी में जाते हो ना, तो एक मन में पहला दिन तो बहुत जोश होता है, लेकिन दूसरे दिन तीसरे दिन हमें लो फीलिंग होता है, कुछ या फिर नर्वसनेस होता है एक टाइप का, क्योंकि कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड कैसा है ना, इसका इसका एक्सपीरियंस हमारे पास नहीं होता है. हम लोगों को कैसे ट्रीट करते हैं, या फिर हम एक दूसरे कैसे बात करते हैं, कैसे बात करना चाहिए, कैसे एक दूसरे को मतलब हेल्प अगर चाहिए तो कैसे हेल्प ले, बाकी सबसे सीनियर से कैसे बिहेव करे. सो दोज काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स, नो, you will get that kind of experience in internships only. Okay, so it is very important to be take internship before you're going to before you join some job. Okay, so that's the very important thing as per my perspective. You can also add your perspective, we will discuss on that also. And yeah, yes, Shweta,
Yes.
can you continue from here, that my
Yes. Yes. Am I visible?
yeah, you're visible.
Yes. So guys, this was all about the Ouroboros community learning platform, और जो कुछ भी हम लोग आपको प्रोवाइड करने वाले हैं, जो कुछ भी हम लोग आपको देने वाले हैं, ये सारा प्रेमराज सर ने कवर कर दिया है, विच इज बीइंग टोल्ड इन वेरी नाइस फॉर्मेट. आपको बहुत ज्यादा चीजें क्लियर होंगी, और अगर आपको इनसे भी कुछ ज्यादा ओरोबोरोस के बारे में जानना है तो चैट बॉक्स में मैं ओरोबोरोस ट्रेलर का लिंक डालने वाली हूँ. ओके, सो आप उस लिंक पे जाकर ट्रेलर देखिए, आपको बहुत ज्यादा क्लियर होगा कि द ओरोबोरोस कम्युनिटी प्लेटफॉर्म को क्या प्रोवाइड करने वाला है. ओके, सो ये सारी चीजें थी कि हम लोग क्या क्या कैसे कैसे प्रोवाइड करने वाले हैं. ठीक है, और now let's come to the end of this session, and
Hi, myself.
first of all, a very thank you so much to everyone, each and everyone for attending this session. आप लोगों के बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छे inputs रहे हैं, और hope कि आपके सारे doubts clear हो गए होंगे as per you wanted it. ठीक है, और आपको कुछ भी doubts है आज के session के related, या फिर आपको कुछ और topics हमसे चाहिए, कि हम लोग उन टॉपिक्स को और इलैबोरेट करें या फिर एक्सप्लेन करें, उन पे वेबिनार ले, तो आप हमें आप हमारे सोशल मीडिया हैंडल्स पे डीएम कर सकते हैं, हम डेफिनेटली उसे कंसिडर करेंगे, ठीक है, बिकॉज ऑल वी प्रोवाइड इज एवरीथिंग यू नीड. Okay, thank you guys for attending this session. Have a great day ahead. Bye bye.
And one more thing, dates for this next sessions are like you can we will conduct this next sessions on the Linux and SDLC on the 10th October. So I will send you mails or messages for that. Okay, so be on time and we'll continue for those sessions. Thank you guys.